Hello, this is Kelly from Root Pursuit, and today we are looking at finding a use for this bias tape. So bias tape, it generally comes in two forms. This is called double folded. So it's basically the same thing, it just contains another fold. So here it comes like this, where it's got that, and then this one, it comes like this. So in the end, it is the same thing. And what is it? Its use? It is designed to go around the edge of fabric for, sewing, usually clothing or blankets or whatever, I guess anything. And you use it to finish off the end of your project. So I was thinking this might be a great use, is to take your double-sided paper. So I've got this nice double-sided paper, and I love using this to make tags, because oftentimes I would make a bunch of tags and then get them all made, and then the backs were all blank, and then I still had to go and back and do that part of it. So it took up a lot of extra time to do that. So I thought, oh, double-sided paper works great for tags, and especially math making tags. So at any rate, that brought me to, and this is all part of that math making process, but so I thought I could just line the edges of these in one fell swoop, and then cut out for tags. So I put this on first on two ends, and I decided to try gluing it because I figure, not everyone wants to sew, and you can sew this just like you would normally, but you don't have to. So, and I'm just gonna put some glue, and this is fabric glue, and it glues really well, fabric to paper. I'm just gonna get my glue ready. I have so many video ideas lately. It's just having enough time to get them all done. I just can't. Oh my goodness. And I don't know, I really don't know what happened, but my Etsy shop, I didn't do any promotion as far as I'm aware, and I got like, I don't know, 8 sales within a very short amount of time, and I have no idea. I mean, usually I get that many sales. There's a promotion going on, so thank you to everyone who purchased today. I appreciate that. Just came out of nowhere. Maybe there was something that I did that was scheduled or something that I didn't realize. So, okay, so that is like that. And then I could go back and just do the other side as well. And you want to be pretty, I don't know. This is thin, but not super thin. So we're going to see. I haven't seen any bleed through, and I haven't used a lot of glue, just a little here and there, but I do want to have a continuous line because I don't know where I'm going to end up cutting these. So put that down. There we go. Trim off the edge, and then I've got both sides with a little bit of fabric. So I think I want my tags to be about this high. I'm just gonna, I feel like I got something else cutting there, but I don't. And I'm just winging it. I don't know if so here's one tag. That looks like a good size. how many more are left? This will be really wide. Let's make them narrower. We'll do some narrow ones. Yeah, I like that size. That works out. Now I'll do my topper. I lost it. Oh, here it is. Where'd it go? Okay. And one more. So these are nice bases to sort of, these are nice bases to have on hand. Pretty paper. If you want to know what paper that is, I think it is part of this pack, maybe? The Stamperia. I always call it Stamperia, but I think it's Stamperia. Spring Botanic. So that is what that is. I didn't buy it new. So I have another piece of double-sided that I already sewed along. So I did on this one, on this side, I glued one side to just kind of keep it. And as you can see, I used to keep it snug on there so that I could sew it. And this was the one I used, so obviously it's not the one that's folded over. And then this one, I didn't do any gluing and I just sewed it and it worked perfectly fine. So that worked out really well. So those are both sides of it. I'll just give you a little close-up of that. I could just trim the edges off. And then this one, I'm not a very straight sewer, but yeah, that's how that goes. Probably could, but I wasn't into it. I wasn't into being precise. So yeah, so I hope you give this a try if you've got some of this hanging around. I mean, you can also absolutely use this seam binding to, you know, just create a border or an edging and just glue it down as is. It might also be neat to put a stitch right in between this. So let me just do a little practice one, and I'll trim this down, and I'm just gonna sew it along one of these edges, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I have. Of course I ran out of bobbin, so I only got this far, but that's okay. I can show you what I mean. Here's the back too, so that looks neat. Also, just shows the stitch. So, and then the holes where there was no thread. Oops. All right, so we'll have to do something fun with that. I'm just going to use this whole piece since I've got it. And it did not cut the, there we go. Make maybe a big tag. It could be a journal card. It could be whatever you want it to be. I might do that. I'm going to round the corners. I could leave this bit too, I know. Some people like to do that. I usually don't, but I'm going to be daring today. So, I mean, you can really use this just like any ribbon. And you could glue this down too. You wouldn't have to. You could try that. I'm kind of interested. Oh. Well, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to take that off. But there. And since I stitched through that one, I'm just going to leave it. Let me just, I'm going to try something and we'll see how it works out. It may not look good, but we're going to try it anyway. forever and ever, I've been all about the Fabrifix and how much I love it. And the last 2 bottles I got, although this one is, maybe there is a difference between Fabri-Tac and Fabrifix, because the last 2 bottles I got were Fabri-Tac, and I have been extremely frustrated with these 2 bottles. So I don't know what's happening with it, but I've been switching over to art glitter glue. So this in. Now I'm gonna get out my marker, black permanent marker. I'm gonna do like a brush. I don't know if that'll work better. So it's a whoa, fine liner brush. Let's see if we can. I don't even know if it says brush, but it is. You can see from the tip. Okay. So I'm just gonna go, because there's like a little gap in between, and I'm gonna make little faux stitches. So this way, no sewing machine necessary. And that does look cute. Well, that's a relief. That's a relief. And then I'll have to figure out some way to fix the back. Looks kind of cool, but I cover it up maybe the other side with some more of this tape. That might work. I'll do my corners. Okay, so that is another good base, and I've got this one. So those are just some real easy ways to use your bias tape. I know it's hard to keep them all straight, bias tape and seam binding and all that stuff. I've got, what is this, bias fold tape? I think that's maybe this stuff is just like the double fold. I don't know. But I also, I collect all of these when I buy them. Then I collect all of the labels, because a lot of times the labels are just really amazing. There was one in here, it was so, and I don't know what to do with these, because especially the ones that have that are double-sided, I think they're cute as like pockets. But look at this one, Rainy Day Wonder, a playhouse for tiny tots. So they're very cute. I was thinking of maybe like laminating them. That might be a nice thing to do, and then it would be almost like a bookmark that's slid in, and then put a little ribbon at the top. Maybe that might be cute, because I've collected a ton of these, and so yeah, now I have to create a project for those, and it's always something, right? Okay, well, I hope you found this helpful, and you'll be able to use up some of your bias tape if you've got piles of it floating around like I do. And if you want to check out what's in my Etsy shop, go ahead and click on the link in the description. I have both physical and digital items, new digitals in there. I have Jane Austen. I'm really excited about that one. It's very cute. Another floral whimsical one, which has some beautiful vintage drawings in them, sketches that are just amazing. And then 2 others that are just like a combination of florals and then like a writing theme. So it has like antique ink pens, blotters, and advertisements for pens and things like that. If you want to check those out, you can. And if you're interested in seeing more videos, you can go ahead and subscribe. That would be great. And as always, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.